Hello and welcome to my teaching and learning activity video. My name's Ollie Furnival. Here's my contact information. Please subscribe to me on YouTube, Teaching and Learning, then you'll get every video as I upload them onto YouTube. If you have any questions about the video activity I'm about to show you, please email me, oliverfurnival@gmail.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at ibcoordinator_. This video I'm going to be concentrating on mini boards. It's teaching activity number 9. Here, just to show you, are mini boards, which are, as they say, smaller versions of the board at the front of the classroom. Preferably they come with a rubber, an eraser and pens. Now, if you're at a school where you don't have the funds for these, a lot of what I'm about to show you with the mini boards can simply be done with A4 paper or any other size paper. The main idea and the main benefit of mini boards is for you as a teacher to gauge the knowledge or opinions of the whole class in one go. So I'm just going to show you 3 or 4 activities, different ways of using these mini boards, where you can gain the student information either as a start of a new activity for their prior knowledge, or as a revision activity to see what they've picked up, which can then guide your future teaching. Okay, so if you come and look at this. This is a simple example of, in your classroom, you could just have done a lesson on the British Empire, and the final one of the questions could be, in what year did India gain independence from Britain? And then every student in the class has a mini board and they can write their idea, and then all together they can show like that, and you can see 1947, the majority, one student there has misunderstood or forgotten that it's 1945, and that allows you to then concentrate on that student, and then you can recap the correct answer with the class. And if you find the same student giving incorrect answers, of course you can speak to that student as appropriate. This is a really good idea, because if you ask when was Indian independence, yes, you can pick on a student, or you could say hands up, and then you'll probably get same students answering. But by doing it using these mini boards, every student in the class is answering. So whatever your class size is, 20, 25, you've actually got 25 answers for the same time that it's getting one student to write it down. Okay, so that's one way, gauging their understanding. Another way here is, this is based on trenches, and what I do in MYP, INS, and I have done in Key Stage 3 history in the UK, is get students to go and do some research on part of the trench. So what I do is I ask them, we show them first some of the factors of a trench, and then I can say to the class, okay, which part of the trench do you find most interesting, would you like to go off and study? And what you do then, you get every student to write. We've got trench foot, we've got students doing lice, and trench foot again, and then what I can do is quite easy for me, very quick for me, to put the trench foot students together. I know that's what they're interested in. It's quicker than me asking students to, all talk to each other. Well, go and find someone who's got the same interest as you. Boom, answers up there straight away and quick. Another thing I can do is, if you come closer here, for World War I as well, I can use the whiteboards, mini whiteboards here, just to get students to rank ideas. I could say, please rank the most important of the long-term reasons for the start of World War I, and then students can choose a top 3 out of however many you've studied in class. And from that you can then decide, I'll get students to justify their ideas, and you can put students, as I say, who are like-minded students who might want to write an essay on the reasons for the outbreak of World War I. So you could get the students who you can see quickly with arms raised, put it there, working together. So again, very quick, you've now got 20, 25, however many kids in your class, all the ideas in front of you. Another way we can use it is to really share different ideas. So here, let's say I'm teaching English literature in spectacles, and I could ask students to write down an adjective to describe Arthur Burling, one of the main characters. So as you can see here, I could have a student saying optimistic, selfish, proud. And what we can then do, students can then, in their 20 seconds you've given them to answer that, they can then show other students around the room. So let's say I've only got optimistic. Oh, I hadn't realised, hadn't remembered selfish. I can then note it down on my notebook. So what you're doing there is you're getting, in this case, however many students in the class, you could come up, let's say a class of 25, you could come up 10, 15 different ideas all at once, and then students can work off that and note it down quickly. Final example of what we could do here is a vote. One activity I do in at GCSE citizenship, but also in the International Baccalaureate Middle Years programme, is in politics. We get students to have to decide which government department should get extra money from the government. And one example of the way I could do that, we could have students representing the education department of the government, or the transport department, and then I could say, okay class, as a class now we're going to decide who gets extra money, vote now, and then straight away, in the 20 seconds, whatever it's taken, I've got every member of my class holding up a board to me, and I can then simply count education, transport, who wins, okay? So the main idea of using mini boards is that it can get you a lot of information from students at a very quick pace. It saves you having to go round the class one by one, and it can show students understanding, as I showed here from the example of India, it can show their understanding of a topic. It could also be used to prepare where to go from the ideas that are given. So for example, if we decide education was the most important, those people could write on education, or we could then explain why transport wasn't important. It also allows students to share many different ideas in the class at the same time. So yeah, these are mini boards, as I did say. You may not have them, or you may not be able to order them at your school, but whatever you do, but if you cannot do that, then you can use paper for the same ideas to get information from students quickly. Okay, thank you for listening.